Hey there, I'm meteorologist Tom Kippa. Welcome to Up in the Sky Weather, my YouTube channel. And it's about weather that is pertaining to Michigan's Upper Peninsula. And it's really starting to feel like fall out there. The leaves are changing. And in fact, in the western UP, some of the leaves are already starting to come down. And as we look at the national blend of models for the National Weather Service in Negaunee Township, you can see we got temperatures between now and Thursday that will be in the 50s, but you can see temperatures inching on up, and we got a little bit of a warming trend on the way for Saturday and Sunday, and then we cool it off to near seasonal averages as we get into next week. So let's talk models here, and we're going to start you off with the 18Z NAM and what that is bringing in, and models have been projecting this through the day today is our next wave of rain that will be moving through the Midwest and parts of the Great Lakes region. Most of this rain is going to remain to our south, but it could skirt the Michigan-Wisconsin border, the Menominee River, as we go through Tuesday night on into Wednesday morning. And then that's out of here. Let me jump you to Thursday morning, and that's going to be our next chance of rain moving into the western UP. And then the rest of the UP should start getting in on the rain as we head into Thursday afternoon on into Thursday night. But notice our lines starting to bunch up together. Yes, our isobar friends are back. And as we go from the NAM to the long range models here, you can see those isobars really compacting together. And I've talked about this here on my YouTube channel. If you get a milder, warmer day in the month of October and beyond into the winter month, odds are it's coming with a good south wind, and that's what we're going to have here, it looks like, as we head into Friday. These lines packed together, that's going to mean some wind here as we get into Friday, but it's also going to bring up some warmer air. This is the 18Z GFS, and for you weather nerds out there, these are the 850 temps. Warm air vecting into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and that's why temperatures look to go above average as we head into Friday. Widening out the view here, let me take you to the second half of the weekend, and a strong area of low pressure, or at least a decent area of low pressure on the southern part of Hudson Bay. And we're going to be on the cooler side of things, or the chillier side of things, for the second half of the weekend. I want to point your attention to this line right here where I'm taking my mouse and drawing over it. Well, not so much drawing, but passing over this line right here. That's called the 540 thickness line. And usually, once you get a 540 thickness line around or to the south of you, that's a good indication for cooler, chillier air moving in. For the thickness lines, I always watch three thickness lines. The 5100 thickness line, that usually means Arctic air, or the leading edge of Arctic air coming on in. The 540 line that I just showed you, that means cooler, chillier air. And on the flip side, during the summertime, the 5700 line here, or the 5700 line here. It's a little late here, a little late evening here on Monday, so trying to get my words together. But the 5100, the 540, and the 5700 line, that means good summer air, good summer heat moving on in. Don't see, and that 5700 line right here, or the 570 line right here, that's Georgia. That's the heat staying south of us. We got the 540 line here. That is across the Great Lakes region, so we got the cooler air. The 510 line, nowhere to be found. So that is good news, meaning we're not looking at any Arctic air coming on in. It's October. We don't need to be dealing with that already. Let's hold that off until January. And you can see here, we're still on the 18Z GFS. We still got some, you can see, I just showed you the 540 line. That's bringing in the cooler, chillier air here into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan as we go into the second half of the weekend and early next week. Let's really go long range, and mind you, beyond 7 days, our forecast air really goes wide. So do not take this model here, the 18Z GFS, on Wednesday, October 29th for an accurate weather forecast. This is just taking a peek into what's in the future. Sometimes I like to call it for entertainment purposes only. And this wouldn't be entertaining across Florida. The 18Z GFS really depicting a stronger hurricane in the South Florida area. For us, though, it is the 528 thickness line, and that's going to mean much cooler, chillier temperatures, even colder air. And this could be bringing in some perhaps wintry precipitation or some snow at the end of the month. Once again, long ways out. Don't make any plans around this forecast. But as you can see, the GFS wants to bring in some colder air into our area. That being said, I have been noticing some trends, more so in troughs and ridges, not so much winter weather forecast. And if you want to nerd out here for a little bit, big ridge here in the western U.S. Well, we got a big trough here in the eastern United States. Starting to notice a lot of trough ridge patterns here, and they're big troughs, big ridges, and they're slow. And that's what sometimes we can get in a La Nina winter is the weather pattern gets very blocky, and it's all going to depend on this winter what part of the traffic jam we, so to speak, end up in. Do we end up in a traffic jam where it's dry and cold? Do we end up in a traffic jam where it's a snowy weather pattern? Do we end up in a traffic pattern where it's above average temperatures with a lot of rain, snow mix, ice events? We'll have to wait and see how that all pans on out as we get towards the winter time. But you can see here, once again, entertainment purposes only, all that cold air diving into the Great Lakes region, even far south. And if this was to pan on out, probably won't. You can see this cold air really diving south here with this trough, and all likelihood would pick up that hurricane and take it off to the north and east. But once again, do not plan your day or make any plans around this weather forecast. Let's talk winter, and this is the 18Z GFS once again. And you can see that towards the end, I showed you all that colder air coming in. Well, look at that. Some snow being painted across the north woods of Wisconsin and right here in the upper peninsula of Michigan. Once again, that's towards the end of the forecast period. The European model saying not so much in the way of snow, so it looks like we're going to be snowless, according to the Euro model, with little or no snow through the end of October. If you did find my YouTube channel, welcome. You can catch me on my UP News, and that's evenings 6, 10, and 11 on television, and also myupnow.com and our Facebook page. And don't forget to catch me on the stations of the Radio Results Network and WNOA Catholic Radio here in Marquette.